At the night of Bedikat Chametz, we need to get prepared for that as soon as the night comes. Tzet HaKochavim, one needs to start the Bedikat. By the Bedikat, the minhag is to take 10 pieces of bread and to put them in an aluminum foil or inside a plastic bag in a sealed way that it's not going to be spread out. Each piece should be less than kazait. That's 1 ounce, 27 grams, less than that. So in order that if one forgets and doesn't find where it is, so it's not going to be over on the Isur with that shiur. When it's spread out around the house, some people turn off the light before the Bedikat Chametz. But la'alacha, it's not necessary. All the poskim bring down that one could leave the light on and doesn't need to close the light. One needs to take for Bedikat Chametz a candle, and then he makes a beracha and he starts checking the house. If one wants to use a flashlight, the poskim allow you to use a flashlight, but it's better to start with a candle because we say the beracha, and there are those that want to be machmir that at least for the beracha the candles should be used, and therefore for the beginning of the checking one should use the candles. And if one wants to be lenient, it's easier for him to use a flashlight, one could use a flashlight. Even more so, since one needs to check the car as well, so the car you can't check with candles because it's very dangerous, it could go on fire. Therefore, you could use and take the flashlight and check the car as well. There are places in the house that although we checked, you still find more crumbs again and again. Like for instance, the sofa. Sometimes inside the sofa, you push your hand inside, and every time you push, you find cookies inside, you find cereal. The more you push, the more you find. It's like an endless thing. You can't open it apart. So what do you do with such a thing? Shlomo Zalman says, you should cover it, put a sheet over it, and that's fine. Also in a car, if it's impossible to clean it completely, that places under the sofa, if it's impossible to flip it open or to go behind and clean it, also the same could be done. When a person checked all his chametz and he finished checking the chametz, that's when he makes a bitul. Use a siddur for that and say the bitul. One could say it also in a language he understands if he doesn't understand the Aramaic, as long as the person knows what he's saying. The idea of bitul is that any chametz that I didn't see, I'm making it nullified, that it's not chametz anymore, it's not bread, it becomes like the sand, and I'm making it hefker, and that's the understanding. If you want to say it, you can say it one time in the Siddur, the Lashon that it says in the Siddur, and then you could say it in a language that you understand.